So you'll kind of buy one of these to try it out and love it so much. You have to book a party to get the rest half price. But brilliant, really sharp, amazing knives. So there we go. Now, what are we adding to that?
Add the garlic with a garlic press.
Garlic. I will also point out quickly that I put my knives in upside down so that it doesn't blunt the blades, so you can keep the blades facing upwards. So that's quite handy. Right, garlic. Let me find it, I've got loads. This fits so many tools in this thing, this tool turnabout, you can fit so much in there. Now then, are you ready for a magic trick? So, ready? Ready? It's magic, you've got to watch closely. This is the Pampered Chef garlic press, complete with Barbie hairbrush in the handle. This is a clove of garlic with the skin on. So put that in there. Get your batter bowl here so you can see what I'm doing. Give it a bit of a tease and a good squeeze. Basically the garlic comes out with my Barbie hairbrush. Just going to scrape that into there with the end bit. Then with the brushy bit, you stick that in the holes, give it a push. Oh, hold on. Give it a push. And basically the skin comes out in one piece. So you can just chuck that straight in the bin. Amazing. First of all, you don't have to stand over the sink with a toothpick trying to clean the holes out if you're OCD like me. Secondly, you don't have to peel the garlic. And thirdly, you don't end up with smelly fingers. Would anybody like a sniff? Anyone? No? Okay then. So there you go, that's my magic trick. What next?
Next is grate the cheese into the bowl using the deluxe cheese grater.
This is like a whole nother magic trick. So, our graters, they store flat. You can grate straight over the sandwich, straight onto the bread, or onto the top of the bowl. They come with a protective cover. I've got a fine one here because to me this is like magic. So they come with like a food holder so you don't end up leaving your DNA in the food. Basically, put cheese in. Now I just want to show you this. Check this cheese out. Look at this, how much cheese there is here. It's like magic. It's like it creates more cheese. So I started Weight Watchers last week, and you're allowed like a matchbox, and I'm not talking one of those big Cook's matches, I'm talking the little matchbox of cheese, and goodness knows how many points it is, but I was asking about it and they went, just don't do it, it's not worth it. You get such a small bit of cheese, it's probably like about that much. But with this grater, it ends up looking like a mountain. It's magic. So look at it. You end up with so much. We've got slidey bits coming out here. Hold on, shove that back in. Oh, there goes the DNA. Right. More? Can you believe it? There's even more. Look how much there is. Look, isn't it brilliant? It's so fine. It gives the illusion that you're having more cheese. But it does make it easier to spread out as well, doesn't it? When you're having like a pizza or something and you're doing a Weight Watchers pizza, you can sprinkle it all over rather than having a couple of slices and then you're done. There's loads to fit on. Oh God. There we go. Shove it all back in. Save the fingers. Lovely. Also, just so you know, in case you're trying to memorise all of this, if you put your email address on your order form at the end of the evening, I will send you the recipe so you can try this at home. Ta-da! So there you go. And if any of you do end up buying the pizza stone, I can send you some other ring recipes as well to give it a go. Or you can have a party and I can come and christen it for you. There we go, nearly done. Last little slidey bits. Obviously, you do end up with a little bit left at the end, which I'll just chuck in, break it up, eat it. Normally I would, but there's a few people watching. Check out my mountain of cheese from that piece of cheese. Isn't it mega? Look loads. Looks like loads. It's probably only 2 points. So there you go. Right, glamorous assistant. Now what am I doing?
Next, you have the mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, 125 ml, is it?
Yes, mayonnaise, mustard and salt.
Right, so
2 tablespoons of mustard.
okay, let's do the mayonnaise. So, jug. I used to own a Pyrex jug, just like everybody else in the country. And with my OCD, I would stand, going, oh, are my arms straight, are my arms straight? So then, put it on the table. Oh no, it's a mil over. So then I'd be adding a bit more water, whatever it was. Oh, now it's a mil under. And I would literally be bobbing up and down like doing a little Irish jig, trying to see that it was definitely on the line. These I absolutely love. These are amazing. So this is part of a set of 3. This is the middle size. The larger one takes a litre, the smaller one takes 250 ml, and you literally put it on the table and you can see the measurements in front of you. I get so excited about this. I love it. It's just so clever. No bobbing up and down. No bad back. Clever. Goes in the dishwasher and everything. So we're going to put 125 ml of mayonnaise into here, measured beautifully. So these are the stackable measuring jugs. So they store inside each other perfectly. Ta-da. There we go. And that goes in. Haven't told you about our amazing spoons. Look at these. These are amazing. So basically, they get every last bit out of the bowl. Nothing left to lick around the bowl. But they're brilliant. They are heat proof, so you can cook with them in the saucepans and everything, and they're not going to melt. And also they're perfectly attached, so you don't end up, you know, with grimy bits down stuck in the inside. So they're very clever. So this is our lovely cheesy mixture. Give that a bit of a stir. And then I'm going to add my mustard and salt.
Yeah, 2 tablespoons of mustard and 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Righty-ho. 2 tablespoons of mustard. See, you don't even have to be able to read. Get someone else to do that for you. Right, so tablespoons, measuring spoons come in a set of 2. These are very clever. So these are our measuring spoons. Most people have probably got one of those rings with those little bits hanging off. Have you all got one of those? Yeah. Right, so these are adjustable. So they slide up and down. So this one measures from a tablespoon down to a teaspoon. And it tells you the measurement. So a tablespoon is 15 ml, teaspoon 5 ml. Move it up and down to where you want it. This bit comes off so it's nice and easy to clean. Apparently it's called a flange. Silicone flange. Obviously very popular. Now this bit is a smaller one, and this is perfect. This measures from a teaspoon down to 1/8 teaspoon. I did have someone hunt out a recipe to find one that had 1/8 teaspoon in it. And it's nice and thin, so it fits in the spice jars. Because you know often you get the round spoons, and then they don't fit in, and then you have to pour it in, and it goes over the sides, makes a mess. So this is perfect because it fits nicely in there. So we're going to use these for our mustard and our salt. Also, I mentioned our scrapers and how they're heat proof. We've got all sorts of shapes and sizes of scraper. I love this one because it's perfect for scraping this off, and then look, it fits perfectly in here to empty that out. It's actually called a micro scraper, and it's brilliant for getting the last bit of jam out the jar. Well, jam in my household, might be Marmite in someone else's, but last bit of anything out the jar. Got peanut butter. Someone said to me the other day, oh my gosh, I love it for peanut butter. They scrape all the peanut butter out. It's perfect, gets every last bit out. And there you go, you can see it's easy to use with the measuring spoons. So, mix that in, and then with salt, and then I think my filling is done. So, make sure I mix it up properly. Ta-da. Bit of salt. Now, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Posh salt. There we go. Beautiful. So that's our filling. That's how easy it was. And like I said, for all of these recipes, you can try different fillings. It's all the same concept, and you're going to love it when you see how we make this ring. Bit of an unfortunate name, but hey ho. So, right. On our pizza stone, we're going to arrange our pastry. that way. Oh. So we're using croissant dough. Comes in a tin. A lot of people aren't familiar with this. Comes in a tin. It's in the pastry section, sort of near the butter normally in all the supermarkets. It costs about £1.50 a tin. We're going to use 2 tins. You can use ready roll puff pastry if you can't get hold of this. If you do buy ready roll puff pastry, you just literally cut it like a Union Jack, so diagonally, and then like a St George's flag. And basically you'll end up with 8 triangles then, so you can use it in the same way. But the croissant dough really puffs up beautifully. You can see it kind of like pops, explodes a bit. You are meant to keep it in the fridge, just so you know. Don't forget to keep it in the fridge. So this comes already serrated. You just roll it out. It's already got triangle shapes serrated, you see. Just tear them up. You end up with this. And this you just place around the outside of the stone, making sure that all the right angles are facing the same way. There we go. It's clever, isn't it? People start thinking I know how to cook. There we go. And then 2 between each of those corners. And before you know it, you have a beautiful sunshine. There we go. One more pack. So, whoop! Another explosion. There we go. Right. I'm going to play a little game after this where you can find out more about doing this for a living. Can you believe I get paid? Get paid to do this? Love it. Da -da. Oh, right angles. It's not as easy as it seems. Right. Honestly, my motto is wing it. Just wing it. If you don't like cooking, you can get someone else to do it. Just a bit of a control freak. There we go. Ta-da! Now, roller. This is our baker's roller. It's quite handy actually because on one side it's got a slightly curved edge, so if you've got pastry in your dish